Hey everybody, so we had the internet people out here today, well the guy. We had to pick him up with the truck and bring him in because he couldn't get in the driveway. Kind of figured that. And anyway, he came in, real nice guy, talked to him about actually some prep and stuff and different things like that. He's kind of switched on to the same kind of thing. But anyways, we're not able to get internet here right now. Whatever. We got to get a tower put up, which we could probably just get an old tower off somebody and then put it off that. Anyways, we get some ideas about that. We'll keep you posted on that and all that. Right now we're going to head to town and fuel up.
All right, we just got back from getting fuel and checking the internet and stuff in town, and we're going to put these shelter logics together.
So we got two 10x10 shelter logics. They were on for half price in town, so we got a 2-for-1 deal basically. And we got, as you can see, stuff kind of everywhere. And we want to get that side by side in one of them too. Keep everything out of the weather and probably throw the Jenny in there. We'll make it ventilated a bit too, and that'll probably, you know, we're not going to hang out in there so we won't die. Let's get at her.
Yay! So before we get started on our building, I thought I would give a quick update on our solar setup. So this morning when we woke up, the battery was basically empty. Like it didn't shut off. The light still worked and stuff, but if you press the button, it said empty. So it was pretty darn close to being empty and shutting off. And without having to run the generator at all today, it's now, this was at like 7 o'clock this morning when I got up and I pressed the button and it said empty. And it's now, I think, 3:30 in the afternoon. We haven't turned the generator on at all. We've just had the solar power connected, and it's awesome having it on the ground because I can just move it around. When I woke up this morning, I placed it over on this side because that's where the sun was coming from. A little bit later, I turned it a bit, and now I just turned it again. And the battery's at half, so that's really cool. It's actually charging both the batteries. We're already up to half, and yeah. It's real cool. We haven't had to use any gas, so making progress. And that's after running all night, probably from like 11 o'clock on, because we had the generator on last night before going to bed, and to make sure everything was charged up, all the batteries were charged up, and then we haven't had it again on since probably 11 o'clock last night. So all night the furnace was coming on because it was pretty cold, so it came on a lot. This morning it was on again, and throughout the day it's been on quite a bit. It's actually really warm now, but this morning it wasn't very warm. And we also have the fridge running off that. We did turn the fridge off at night, but then I turned it back on at 7 o'clock this morning when I got up. So it's keeping the fridge cold, it's keeping the furnace going, and any lights when we do turn them on is all, you know, working by the solar power.
Alright, so first off, we just went through the list. And, hey, get out of there! First off, we just went through the list and just put our parts all aside. Now, we're just putting together the frame of it. We're going to put it together right there.
We got the roof done, but now we're going to start on the sides. It's a lot less complicated than the one we had done in the fall, because it was quite a bit bigger. So this is better.
Another step complete. We have it standing. That one pole that looks like it's falling is just because it's on such a mad angle. It won't stay in until we move the tarp, I think. It's bigger than it looked when we were building it, so that's good. It is supposed to be 10x10, but it wasn't looking like it. And sometimes you never know what you're going to get with Canadian Tire. Well, with these, because we've had them before and they just weren't what they said they were supposed to be.
So we finally got it up and finished, and the side-by-side actually fit in it. Just fit, but it fit, so that's awesome.
We didn't have stakes, so... Well, stakes came with it, but the ground, they're not going in this ground. So we're going to have to get rebar or something tomorrow, but we threw sandbags in the corners for now. But this is right at the edge, and I'm going to try to keep it from touching that so it doesn't fray it. But it's in here. So one thing's out. We'll put the other one up tomorrow. Get some rebar in town. We'll be alright.
Now we're going in for supper. We're hungry. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications.